in the village. And he knows nobody will let him to stand in the front line. And since he's short, if he stands in the back, he won't be able to communicate. So what are you doing in a situation like that?
Climb a tree.
Climb a tree. Okay, so why in this story isn't it written he climbs a tree? And instead of that, it's written he climbs a sycamore tree. Why do we need the sycamore in this story? You never thought about it.
No.
That's the main idea of what we do here in this reserve. And I'll try to do it along the way. We want to put the text in its context. And now we'll try to understand why is the sycamore so important in this story. And to understand that, always, when you read the New Testament, you have to understand what stands behind it. And what stands behind it is the Old Testament. So let's see, what is the sycamore tree in the Old Testament? King David had a special minister that was responsible for the olive and the sycamore trees in the land of Israel. Olives and sycamores. Sounds weird. They are not even in the same league. Look, this is an olive. This is a sycamore. That's the fruit. It's not really. Yes, it's not even in the 7 species. It's not even in the 4 species. It's nowhere. So why is it so important that you need a special minister? I'll tell you more than that. It's not a native tree to the land of Israel. It's a tree that grows in Africa. It doesn't belong to here. It came here through the Syrian African Creek. But it's the best tree for building. This is the tree that people use for building. And how does that happen? When you cut the trunk, you can see it here behind, the new branches that will grow will always grow straight. And this is what you need for building. So this is even a profession. You will have a garden, you will plant sycamore trees, and you will rent the trees for people. And the Jewish books tells about that and say you cannot rent it less than 7 years. Why less than 7 years? Because you need at least 7 years to have the branches wide enough and long enough to use it for building. So it's very important.